How you doing? Good evening. It is 6:24, 30th of September. You can see we have a new camera. I'm no longer using my phone as I bought a webcam because I start work on Wednesday, so Wednesday 6th of October, and I wanted to have an independent webcam because the webcam on my computer, like the default one built into the laptop, is an absolute potato. It's a little bit overexposed, but I don't know how to sort that because I'm using some recording website, webcamera.io. So this will do. Bought it obviously for work, so that I have my phone free. And the first month of training is online, and then after that it'll probably be quite a lot online. So I thought, why not get a webcam? As for the review of it, it's actually really good, I think, for 13 quid. Oh wait, Joanna's saying the file's gonna hop it back. We're back. Spoiler alert, Joanna's here. Why is this sweet? That's worse. Suppose this will do. So, what to talk about? Oh, welcome, Video Diary 20, by the way. Is this now back to front? It shouldn't be. I had to write it back to front. Actually looks alright considering I wrote it back to front. Anyway, so, because I don't want to edit this video, because it takes ages to render these, and I don't edit them anyway. That's the whole point, is to have like 40 minutes of essentially unedited. So what we talk about? First things first, obviously, webcam. My other software that I tried to record this kind of review on was all grainy and sketchy. And I thought it was maybe just my processing power at the time, but it turns out the actual recording was, and I thought it was webcam, but it's not. This is webcam. So, quick overview of it. Clips onto your laptop. Works really good doing that. Also has a tripod, which is the coolest thing ever. Also has a wee flip to hide the webcam. It's a little bit more fish-eyed than I'd like, but I think you could probably taper that in and crop it. And settings, but the quality for like 13 quid is really decent. And as for the mic, you can hear right now however the mic sounds. So honestly, thumbs up. Fucking 4.5 stars, especially for 13 quid. Right. So first things first, I want to talk about the Arnolds. Honestly, did not expect Nick Walker to win. I was thinking he was getting a bit overhyped going into the show. He had done decent in the New York Pro, but I thought comparing them to, these like seasoned vets like Ian and Steve Kuklo and even Akeem, if he brought it in shape, I didn't know how he'd stand against them, but prove me wrong, man. Done amazing. Props to him. I don't see why there's any reason he won't be fighting for second place in Mr. Olympia. Especially if any other guys come in just a bit off and he comes in the same. But I definitely hope to find him in the first call out. I think he'll be challenging Brandon Curry and Hadi, especially if Rami brings it, Arnold UK this weekend. So actually in a couple of days, because it's Thursday today, I'm getting around to that a bit late. Thinking Nathan Diasha should take the win. And hoping Samson Dowda, who I quite like, hope he comes second. That's my hope posed. Don't really know who else is doing it. Is it Kuba Kalen or Klein? I always forget that guy, Kuba. I can't really remember many other people because it's a week before the Olympia. So, also, I don't think you can go over. I'm not sure if you can do it and then go to the Olympia because of self-isolation time. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, so that. Quickly, next thing, Cal's birthday. It was Cal's 24th birthday. Yeah, 24th birthday on the 25th of September. So went to Edinburgh to his new flat for a flat party. Met Joanna there. Had a really, really good night. Met his pals. Specifically met two pals that he just made in Edinburgh, Jordan and Mary, a couple. And they were really, really nice. So I ended up hanging about with them pretty much the whole night. But it was a really good night. It was good to see him. Then after that, just came home with Joanna. I woke up like buzzing, like fine, and then the hangover hit like 5 hours later when I had to drive home, which was like 3.5 hour drive. So could have been better drive, but it was really really good night. I enjoyed it. Next, my grade. So I was just chilling, checking my emails. Maybe like three. Oh wait, no. So they've been maybe like Thursday or Friday. So I was expecting to get my results back for my dissertation and overall grade a week after everyone else because I had a week extension. So I was expecting it on Tuesday, so a couple of days ago. But I ended up getting it on the Thursday or the Friday when everyone else got it on a Tuesday. And I got a distinction. So buzzing. So buzzing you don't even know, man. The whole point of this year, essentially, was to kind of prove to myself that I had it in me to get a first, like a first. So it's like a distinction is equivalent to like a first for a master's, and especially doing like a kind of crash master's doing management when I've only ever done computer science. I knew it was going to be hard, but tried my best, and well, maybe not my best, but essentially my best, as good as I could. And we got a distinction, man. So I'm absolutely over the moon with it. As soon as I seen it, I was like, "Oh my god!" And I went through. Me and my mum was screaming. We're like, "Ah, I got it!" For my dad, and then my gran and papa and stuff. So it was really, really good from Joanna as well. Absolutely buzzing, man. And then I get the email today saying I'm on the dean's list because you get on the dean's list if you get a first or a distinction. And that's the first time in 5 years at St Andrews. So absolutely buzzing, man. I worked hard for it. I didn't get a distinction mark in my dissertation. I actually brought my grades average down a few points. I feel like 0 point somethings. But I still got it, man. Still got a distinction. So absolutely buzzing. Aye. So that's exciting. Don't know how much else to say other than I'm absolutely buzzing. Thanks everybody who said congratulations. Also, Dad came home. Was it Tuesday last week? No, was it Wednesday? Wednesday last week. Came home. Went. I gave him a hug in the hall. Put his bag down and then went in and done a test, COVID test, in the bathroom. Turns out it was positive. So because he was staying at my gran's that weekend before, we thought it was most appropriate for him to go back up to my gran's because of the size of the house and he has his own space and stuff. Versus if he was here, there's not much room and So ended up we went up and turns out it is positive. We get a proper test on the PCR test. But he's been fine. He's been saying he's been fine, but I think he is because when he tested positive, he didn't have any symptoms. The next day, he said he kind of had like hangover symptoms. And then every day I've been asking how he is, and he said he's been essentially fine. And then I FaceTimed him yesterday, which would have been a week, and I was fine. As fine as one could be. Like he's the best version of having COVID you could really have, other than asymptomatic. Just kind of sore throat, cough, a little bit of temperature and sore head, and that's it. He said that I think he said his sore head is quite sore a few times, like because it comes in waves with COVID. But he's in good spirits and he's healthy and he's fine, which is good. I think it's probably because he had the vaccine that he's taken it so well, him and my mum. So that's good. I'm glad he's doing well. I know we have his freedom on Saturday. So that's it. He's basically had it now. Like came and gone, and he's fine. So that's good. Only two real things to talk about left. One, YouTube. So I've been making these now for 20 weeks. So it's a lot of weeks. The whole point was, or not the whole point, a big portion of the reasoning was to keep me like making content on YouTube. I love making content on YouTube. I've done it forever. Like I remember making my first videos when I was like 10, 11. Or was it? So maybe older. I don't know. But it was roughly like 11. It was like 13 years yeah, about 12, 13 years ago. And I've made them off and on since. And before the last time when I tried to make vlogs, I tried to do daily vlogs, but I just don't do enough in a day to make it exciting, really. And doing it every day and the amount of editing it takes, because I like to do different angles and stuff. It's just a pain, especially if you're doing other stuff as well. So like deadlines at the time was an absolute nightmare. So I decided to do this as a way to look back and be like, oh, that's so cool. Like, look at where I was at a certain point in my life and the decisions I was making and what was going through my mind at that time. Because that's what I really like about looking back at YouTube videos. So that was a part of it. And the other part of it was to make content on YouTube to keep me involved so that probably I make other videos. That's kind of like so that I have a backlog of content and I'm posting every week. And then I have other videos that I can bring in as well as. So like if I never done any of these, the likelihood of me also posting like shorts or something is probably quite low because this way I'm involved in YouTube anyway. So anyway, long story short, I started posting a bunch of shorts, as you can probably see on my page anyway, and it's been doing brilliant for me anyway. Like maybe 2 weeks ago now, or like 10 days ago, I got my first video that for me popped off. So most of my videos would get, as I can see here, I can probably show you. So no, wait, no, it's not gonna work. But basically, I would get anywhere from like 4 to 15 views. 15 was like a lot of views. To the point where I remember saying to Joanna, and I was like, people always talk about, oh, when I started YouTube, I used to get 20 views, and I was joking with her and being like, I'm not even getting 20 views, man. So I had thought for a while to start doing shorts, as in for like probably a year now I've wanted to do shorts. I remember seeing a wee guy doing bench press videos at home. He was just posting every time he bench, and he's trying to get his 100 kg bench. And I started watching him, and he was the first person I was watching. I can't remember his name. It's like Killian or something, an Irish boy. And I was like, this is such a good way because he just like popped off, and like everybody, like he had so many subscribers and so many folk watching him every week. And I was like, these shots are like really something. So I was considering doing shorts, and I'd recorded a couple of videos to do. I just never got around to doing them. So recently, with my time off, I told myself I need to do something. So I'm going to do like a business venture or whatever. And I thought, why not do shorts? I love making content, so let's try it. So I started making some shorts, and my first one get 8 views, high protein breakfast. Then my next one, how to get a bicep mind muscle connection. So this was like a D handle curl. I can't remember who I seen do it, but I've seen someone else do it before, and I've been incorporating them for like a few months now. And I thought I need to share this because it's such a good idea. And that got like 650 views, which for me was a ton. So I was absolutely buzzing with that. And then after that, I decided, you know what, I'm going to post my stuff for like my blog and stuff because I want to put it out there. It's a story that I have that's obviously close to my heart or whatever, but it's something that I feel needs to be told, so people need to see it. Like that, this is real, that this happens to people, and how that actually affects people, and how to go around navigating your life with it. Because you know, it's not only me, and that it's not only you, it's a bunch of people. So I thought I'd share that kind of my story. So I posted that, and then a few different gym things, and I've had 2 videos hit over 1,000 views, 1 500, and then 3 other ones with like 700. So it's just mental how much this is popping off. It's like I'm loving it. It's brilliant. So I've made loads of shorts. I still have loads to upload, and I'm buzzing with the progress. Hopefully, it can keep up and traction gets better. But I'm really enjoying doing it at the moment, and the views are brilliant. I'm mega chuffed. And because of that as well, I kept seeing when I was looking in shorts all the time, I was like, I have to make a TikTok account because half of these shorts are literally TikTok videos. It has the wee bit on it to show that it's TikTok video, and it has that on the shorts, like the watermark. And I was like, oh, I'll make a TikTok, fine. Made it, and now I'm using that as well. Bob me. For the good few videos, get like 700-800 views, which obviously from you, but a lot. Bob me. But I'm posting content on there and on YouTube Shorts. And then obviously I have my Instagram where I just post gym progress. So if you want to check me out at any of them, Instagram is lookburn, LOOKBURN_. That's the same for my Instagram and my TikTok, and then obviously YouTube, lookburn. So that's where I'm at just now with that. And I'm enjoying making the content, and hopefully it will continue. And hopefully it will continue to progress in both quality and audience. But that's everything I was going to talk about. Plans for this week, this week's nearly done. But Celtic's playing tonight, so hopefully that goes well. I'm going to just go right now and phone a Chinese, and I'm going to pick my mum up from work. Pick my mum up from work. Also, look, Batman. Cool. Oh my god. Is this Squint? I don't even know if it's Squint in real life, or if it's the fish eye. I feel like it must be the fish eye. No, don't know. I'll sort that out, because I've not noticed that. Right, well anyway, time to get my protein shake in. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Oh, I also got my first hater. A guy, my first proper troll. Tucker Smoke. Shout out to you, bro. Cheers for the comments. Comments help the algorithm. As more plates, more dates. Always says. Anyway, cool. Have a sick week. Have a good week. I'll talk to you later. See you later, man. Bye.